All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived here at the Kings Speedway located in Hanford, California. Super windy here today in the Central Valley and also extremely warm. It's about 95 degrees. Welcome back to today's video. Excited to have you guys hanging out with us. Just wanted to walk up to the racetrack and kind of see, maybe what the surface looked like to start and what we might be working with later this afternoon. Right now they got it all tilled up. It looks like maybe at one point they were out here with a water truck. Probably will be back out here again. We have 3 classes of sprint cars, 305s, 360s, and 410s. So full night of action. We're running the 410. I think we're gonna see a very slick surface. There's just gonna be so many laps, so many cars in the pit area. And then with the weather, I feel like the writing is kind of on the wall with this one. So here competing tonight with KWS, gonna have a stout field of 410 competition, ready to get after it. And we're gonna jump right in with hot laps and qualifying. So we just wrapped up qualifying. The last few cars are going out now, and we didn't get a very good lap. I don't know. I was not really happy with where my car was. I'm getting too down the straightaway. Here you get so winged over. This is a little bit bigger place with some wing speed, and I'm just getting too left side down. When I get in the corner, one, I'm loose, and then I think it's propping my right rear up is what I'm feeling, and then I just don't have control of my car. I'm kind of just stuck here, and then I'm almost sliding across the racing surface, and I just don't have control of where I want to be. So we were off there, and in hot laps it was really greasy, so it was hard to tell with our car. We made an adjustment to we had that issue, made an adjustment, we just didn't go far enough. We needed to go a lot farther. So making some changes here. Really sucks to start the night out with just not a good lap, and now we're gonna have to try to dig ourselves out of a hole, probably starting in the back of a heat race.
9 cars, 8 laps, and 9-14 action here with race number 3.
Heat race is complete. Absolutely nothing spectacular there. We didn't go backwards, I guess. So started 7th. The inside wasn't really the place to be on the start, and it just took me half the heat race to kind of get going. Once I got into 7th, then the last 2 laps I was able to really more fill out my car, and I was able to drive in way harder on corner entry. And actually, we made a lot of changes after qualifying, and I think we're headed definitely in the right direction. It's just tough when you start behind the guys, If you go back and do that heat race again and we're on the front row and we get a good start, I think that, we could can stay up there. So now we're just going to try to tweak on it from here. Racetrack is really just a train around the high side. You can kind of make slide jobs work if you bomb someone and you have a huge run. So that's kind of where we're at. Hopefully it widens out a little bit more and the top slows down so you can kind of have more 2 even groups, and we're going to need that because now we are in a B main event because they had just enough cars for a B. So we ran 7th there in that heat race, and hopefully we'll be on the front row of the B with 6 transferring. Well, we transferred through the B main event there, started 4th and ended up finishing 2nd. Just been working on our car all night, trying to get closer and closer to where we need to be. They kind of went and worked it so the track had some grip for that 12 laps, and probably a good thing, so we could, you know, like I said, just continue. As much as we wanted to transfer through the heat, we got like another little test session there, and I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm getting more comfortable, and like I said, we're just getting where we need to be. But now we're going to be in heavy traffic, probably rolling off from, man, right around 20th, 21st, somewhere on the outside, and I think it's going to be all about trying to pick off guys early and move through the field. When you're that far back, guys are shifting momentum all the time and moving lanes, and there's just a lot more chaos moving around with a lot more cars. So for us, it's just going to be about lane choice and being quick and aggressive with where we decide to go. Okay, we are heading out now. Quick turnaround, see what we can do from the back, but we're rolling off deep, and I guess the goal would be to get our charger and try to see how far we can work our way up. Well, I guess at least we got something tonight. Hard charger in the A main event, +9. So I think we finished 11th or 12th, somewhere in there, right outside the top 10. Sucks that we didn't end up inside the top 10. I think our car was good enough, and a couple of times I made moves to where I was in position to do so, and maybe you know, a bad yellow put us back, or you know, I made some mistakes there at the end and just really got out of sorts on that last run. I feel like, you know, the nice thing is, what's positive about tonight, as much as it was a struggle and I feel like we just started so far behind, we now have a better idea for tomorrow, which is nice. And then, you know, we bounced back and went forward, but still, I think we have some work to do. And then also, I just need to do my job better, because like I said early on, I think I made some good moves. I was going forward. The double file restarts were absolute chaos. Guys are 3 wide, 4 wide, sliding around, you know, just nuts. So I moved forward kind of close to the halfway break. We had a couple of crashes that also gave us some spots. And then that second half, if I could go back and do it again, I just wish I would have been able to stay a little calmer. I got, you know, I think I got 2 spots right off the go, past Bud Kading, past Ryan Bernal, and then I was right behind Joey Ancona, and I was trying to use the top in 1 and 2, which I just don't think was as fast as the bottom down in that corner to get around him. And then I just got a little inconsistent with a couple laps, lost some momentum, lost some ground, and then from there kind of just bounced around between lines trying to, you know, regroup until the last couple of laps. Like, just sucked that, you know, sometimes I was out of sorts, and then some laps I had, you know, really good speed or a really good corner and would make up ground. It's just I couldn't do that every time. So need to work on that a little bit, you know, myself behind the wheel, and see if we can maybe tweak my car to where it could have been a little better, to where I could have hit my same mark. And even I think under that red, we should have been a little more aggressive maybe with our car to just go tighter as the racetrack was slickening off, instead of just adding a little bit of fuel, because I was good at that point, but I still think I needed to plan a little bit more for, you know, 10 more laps into the race, 15 more laps when the track was just going to continue to change. But overall, got the hard charger, car's in one piece, and we learned a lot for the rest of the weekend. Well, night number 1 is down. We are headed to wash and get things kind of regrouped now. Glad we are going to get a do-over tomorrow and another chance at this thing. We did not, you know, I thought we unloaded with a good piece tonight, you know, what we did in the shop, and thought it was going to be good for Hanford off previous notes we had from this place, and it just simply wasn't for the 410. And from there, we were kind of just behind the 8 ball and chasing our tail, and kept making adjustments in the right direction, but just never did enough. And, you know, got a little better through the heat race, through the B, and then, you know, was better in the A main event. But starting so far back, you just got to run such a perfect race and just get through those guys and get going. And it's really hard to, you know, come through the field and really charge to the very front from the very back. So I feel like we learned a lot about this race car and what we can do to be better tomorrow. So I guess that's what matters. And we also, you know, got another hard charger award with KWS, but that's not great, because that means we're starting so far in the back. But big thanks to Shane DeWald Trucking, Pit Stop USA, Earth It Environmental, Fast Forward Media. We also have RTR Diesel Performance, D-Ray Designs, Full Send Racing, Veenendahl Trucking, Landon Transport, and then Canopy Country, ABC Powder Coating, Lafarge, Carson, and Next Gen. And then as a team, we're going to take everything we learned from tonight, carry it into tomorrow, try to be better here in the pits with our car, with our setup, unload with speed, and I'm going to do my job to be better behind the wheel. So let's get after it, put tonight behind us, and on to tomorrow for the Peter Murphy Classic finale and $11,000 to win. Deuces.